and welcome to this session of Startups of London. Today we are with Roman from Neurolytic Healthcare, part of the Illumina Accelerator series we are creating. And I'm a migraine sufferer, and they're working on a solution for migraine sufferers. I'm incredibly interested to hear their story. But before we jump on to what they're doing and how novel their approach is, Roman, can you start with telling us your world, your life, before the company and before this accelerator, everything began?
Yeah, thank you, Ozzy. It's great to be here. So my background is largely academic. I've done several years of research on neuropharmacology, where I've been looking on drug target characterization, and I've been evaluating different compounds. And this really predisposed me to asking the question why certain drugs work better for some people, but not for others. And later for my PhD in neuroscience at Oxford, I changed gears towards a more data mining and machine learning heavy approach. And I was really fascinated by the possibilities this opened up. Specifically, I was intrigued by the idea of combining different types of data to solve very complex biological questions, which could have a massive clinical impact.
That's incredible. So how did the company actually start? So what's the genesis story of that company? Why and the how?
Yeah, so I've been part of the entrepreneurship and innovation scene for a while. And that's where Ina, my co-founder, and I met during a startup competition where we've been actually working on different competing projects. But we very quickly realized that by combining my background in neuroscience and her expertise in health economics, we could build something really big in the precision medicine space. Yeah, and I also knew the other key Neurolytic members, Tom, Chris, and Kumran, from a time at university, and we worked together in many different projects. So the team was very quickly born.
So what was a problem, an unexpected event almost, or a realization that made you think, okay, we should perhaps be a part of an accelerator?
So Illumina really allowed us to kick our venture off the ground in the first place. By the time we applied, we had a prototype, but Illumina really helped us with everything that we needed to run it into a full-grown clinical research study to not only validate our prototype, but even to expand upon it. And yeah, it was really with Illumina's help that we could take on this major challenge and pave the way to get our solution out to patients.
So I would really love to hear more details about your journey, particularly even the technical bits, including notable moments, key things, key challenges. So can you talk about that for a bit?
Yeah, of course. So basically one of the biggest, toughest challenges that we were facing as a startup was a technical one. And we effectively trying to reinvent how precision prescribing is done these days. And typically current approaches involve genetics only, and they focus on figuring out of how much of a given drug should be prescribed. But we are focusing more on a precision phenotyping approach that allows us to tease apart subtle differences between different patients and determine which drug should be prescribed in the first place. And it is really the latest developments in machine learning, genomic sequencing, and also wearable technology that puts us in a position where we're able to do that. But the major challenge was to figure out how exactly algorithmically to implement this.
It's a tough one, isn't it? So how are you dealing with this challenge? And here's perhaps a personal question. How does dealing with this challenge, what does it reveal about you personally and the characteristic of the company?
I think the major bit about this is that we are highly interdisciplinary team, yet with a very overlapping type of skill set. We have clinicians, we're neuroscientists, we are molecular biologists, data scientists, and health economists, as I've just mentioned. But we all have the common denominator of machine learning and data science in common. So we have a common language, but yet are able to bring different perspectives to the same problem. I think that is a major advantage of us being in this team. I think the most exciting and crucial bit is ahead of us, where we are really validating the extent to which you can improve predictions by combining genomics with digital biomarkers. There is a lot of evidence out there, but it has never been done for migraine, and it'd be very exciting to see how well that works.
Thank you very much for that. And looking at the future, what are some key areas of growth and trajectories you see the business heading towards?
I think it's really cool that we're using an approach or that we're basing our approach on working with migraine, because there's a lot of comorbidity and overlapping symptoms and underlying genetic pathophysiology with other conditions such as epilepsy, anxiety, dementia, depression. And once we validate our approach in this area, we can also help sufferers in the other disease areas. So yeah, we really want to expand into other clinical challenges.
So Roman, thank you for all the hard work you're doing, to you and your co-founders with Neurolytic Healthcare. I'm looking forward to what you're building and sharing with the world. Thank you very much for taking the time for this interview.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm global head of Illumina Accelerator. We're a company creation engine focused on building genomics-driven startups. We have 2 locations, one in the San Francisco Bay Area and one in Cambridge, UK. And at Illumina, our mission is to unlock the power of the genome to improve human health. And we know we can't do it alone. So over the past 6 years, we've been partnering with entrepreneurs across the globe to unlock the power of the genome, to help the entrepreneurs and the startups build genomics-driven companies in the therapeutic space, in diagnostics, in synthetic biology, and direct-to-consumer software, research tools, applications. We've really been able to work with entrepreneurs to kind of push the boundaries of where genomics can go.
Hey, I'm Anya, and I'm the head of Illumina Accelerator Cambridge. So entrepreneurs, we're on the hunt to find the best genomic startups across the globe. What we're looking for is raw talent. We provide access to capital, sequencing credits, coaching, as well as access to state-of-the-art lab facilities. Apply now, as we can't wait to meet you and help you accelerate your company.